So I saw this game in motion at an expo, and after being stuck at home for being a fucking idiot, I bought it, and I'm really obsessed with it. I just keep seeing the lines. I gotta draw a zillion cards and fry my eyes. Cards come in 5 colors: red for damage, blue for defensive, purple for mana, yellow for buffs and drawing cards, and gray for temporary wild cards that give you tiny buffs. All of these cards either have a gem slot, or you can add an extra one, or unlock a slot on them. Those gems give the cards extra effects, which can be extra damage, drawing a card, giving you some defense, or make them trigger other colors to count for crawler effects. So cards also have cost. They cost between 0 to 5, and that can be changed with a cost gem. I'd consider wild a cost with another mechanic I'm going to mention, but functionally they don't cost any mana. While exploring the map as well, you can combine these cards and they turn into a card that increases in cost, costs a little more to play, and the damage goes up. Some of them might have a healing effect. So playing cards in incrementing mana cost generates combo. So 0, 1, 2, 3 would be 4 combo. Wild cards are the exception to this because they increase the combo count, but also combo into anything. So if I went 0, 1, 2, 3 wild, I can go back to 0, 1, 2, 3 as long as I still have the mana to keep playing. And taking that combo number, it increases the damage, the armor you could get, the cards you're going to draw, the mana you're going to get back, and so on and so forth, right? Importantly, when you play cards, they go to a discard pile, but when you run out of cards to draw, they come back. So playing too many cards will actually make them crack and break, and the Reaper comes in and tells you to stop, basically. I started out playing this game just like wanting to draw a bunch of cards. I was like, yeah, I want draw power, give me all that, you know? And that's when I realized you can't play the cards as much as you want. I kind of got the Red Reaper on me a few times. And I also noticed that I was just getting kicked in by bosses because their actions come up based on if you pass or how many cards you've played. So if I'm doing like a big draw power deck and I don't have anything to like defend myself, I'm just racing for the boss to beat me. But even if I have so much draw power, at the time I wasn't actually getting a combo higher than like 5. And there's no raw damage that makes draw power worth it. Which is interesting, because when I got into comboing, all hell broke loose. And then like my like 30-ish pile has like 6 wilds, and I play like that 1/4 card. It does a little bit of damage. It's the exception. I know I said it was only mana cards. Stipulation being, it makes a wild purple that gives you mana. So I'm not wrong technically. I also love when the glowy number goes up and then I press that one card and I fry my retinas again. It fills me with great joy. Crawlers are the fellas that you bring to the maps. The main one that you pick will give you 5 cards, and the others will give you 1 or 2 that add to your deck. Playing a crawler card gives you one of your stats as a buff on the left or right. So the ones on the left are directly for combat, so your straight up damage, the amount of projectiles you're shooting out, splash damage, and some other bits that need to come to mind, like duration. And on the right are sort of just like progression ones. So how much money you're getting, how much experience you're getting, revival if you have any, which is an extra life, and luck, which only gives you more options, I think. I don't think it affects the card effects. At least I hope I'm wrong. I need to know. Crawlers will also have an additional effect when you play their color card. So a lot of them are like, when you play a purple, it gives you damage, which is basically like the King Bible. And I think that's super smart. So whenever I play a certain color card, it doesn't affect what's already in the game. Which is, I guess, nice for them, but it's also just nice for the player. It rewards like, oh, I know these effects, so I can play the guy that plays Bible every purple. So then I don't have to have like a knockback effect, and such. I like playing the wild guy who gives you revival, so I can mess up as many times as I please. This bit's a little more for me, where I haven't actually played Vampire Survivors that much. I've only seen like a few things, and I'm kind of interested to see how that experience is ported over into a card game. And I think they did pretty well. There are a few gems that are just like adding on another card's effect. It's usually a red card, where it's like, when you play this card, you throw bones as well. And I can see that as like what happens in Vampire Survivors, where you're just spitting out like thousands of projectiles a second, right? The amount stat is literally just like, how many things are you shooting out whenever you play a projectile card, right? But the thing that's interesting is how the combo mechanic is solely unique to Crawlers being a card game, but that also feeds into the projectile vomit that's in Survivors. So I think it really stands out that you're encouraged to play it like a card game. And when you do play that like big 20 something combo 3-cost card, your screen is just all projectiles. Some things I don't really like is the keywording in this game. It's mostly good, but there's some cases where it's not consistent. In some cases where you would expect might to be written, damage is, specifically on a crawler. Same with amount. Amount might be the correct word, but sometimes amount is described as like duplicates, like on the actual little ring card. It says like, increase duplicates by 1 or something like that. And to some people that might be like a tomato thing, right? But the reason keywords exist is to save space on an actual card, so it's readable, and to save space in your mind. So when you read the card, you're like, oh, it does X, Y, Z, and this much damage, right? Or whatever, right? I would also love to have some kind of deck sorting. When you pull up your deck, it kind of just does it by recency, or sometimes it's just by random. I think it's just like, here's all your cards. I'd prefer if they were sorted somehow. Like if I could click a button and they're all color coded now with like a ratio count, or I can have them all in order. So I'm like, great, now I don't have enough 2s or 1s, right? Or maybe I'm playing too many 3s. Do I have enough mana to play a 4? That kind of thing. To close it out, I think the game is super fun, and I don't mind spending like pocket cash on it, really. As of writing, I think the game has like another few hours, so it's like $8.99 for like 30-ish hours. It's not bad, and there's a lot of tutorializing that happens in play rather than hand-holding. Achievements are like soft tests, that open up the game to you. So you can get a bunch of different gems, some new cards that get added to the pool, and it's super satisfying from a learning and playing experience. I still need to beat the game as well. I gotta get like combo 40, and then I can put it down, and then I can put it down.